Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How is everyone doing? How's everyone doing today? Get this taken care of. You guys still have brain fog from New Year's? The second already. Well, I was going to do my nails, but now I think pause a little. I'm such a hard time with my nails, guys. Just trying so hard to grow them, but I can't seem to grow them. I'm such a hard time with my nails. Hi, Miss Shea, Florida. How are you? How are you feeling? What's been going on? How was your New Year's? Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Oh, wait, give me your earpiece on. I am so glad to see you. Okay, there you go. How are you doing? Stay hot. I stay hot. All right. Let me just wipe myself down a little. All right now. Whew. I feel great. It was amazing. I went to church. Oh my God. I kind of missed church. Kind of missed it. Good health. Lisa, how are you? All righty now. I was gonna do my nails. If I do my nails and I can't shuffle these cards. So there's no CNN today. At least I don't think there's a CNN. I think, let me just check. No. All right. There's no CNN today because today is considered second New Year's, right? So today's considered a holiday. So I guess CNN doesn't work at all, much like the Caribbean, right? Seems like everybody works for the government, so there's no working, which I should have known because this morning I went walking and I went really late, right? I went like 7:45, which is unheard of, right? But I figured, let me jump up and go, or else I won't go, right? Oh, you love my hair? Really? Thank you. I don't know what's happening. I swear, I wish I knew what's happening, but something is definitely happening. Did anybody feel a shift during the night, New Year's Eve? I felt a shift in energy. And I'm wondering, like, I feel like spirits get through when there's events, right? So volcanoes, spirits come through, right? Um, so spirits are all over Hawaii right now. Um, I feel like a lot of spirits came through for the Florida hurricane, Fiona and Ian, right? Um, so I was thinking about the shift that I felt. I felt like there was a shift, or a shift in energy, or things can't be the same, but everyone is going to be feeling like uncomfortable in their own skin, because a lot of times, because you're not doing what you need to be doing, and so you're going to feel this awkwardness, right? That's what I believe, but don't listen to me, because I could be brainwashing you too. But I felt this shift. I asked my group, but I don't think anybody else felt it. And I was wondering if a shift occurs when everybody is occupied, right? So is everybody occupied? Like, we know spirits come through anywhere between October 30th through November 1st, right? Every culture has something, Halloweenish, Day of the Dead, uh, Christian Catholics have All Saints Day on the 1st, but it's all connected, right? Because all the saints are dead, right? They're all dead. But and that's a shift every year, right? That's why I don't go out New Year's Eve, because I don't know who is who and what is what, right? I don't trust the forces that are out there, because it could be, you know, like, it's just that it's, I don't trust the forces that are out there Halloween. And I think that it's the freedom to come out and play. It's like the freedom to be amongst the human and participate in human activities like they used to. That's my core belief system. I don't know. But in any case, I don't trust it, right? And when I used to have to work on how, but that's just me. If you don't know it, you don't see it. That's the funny thing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm having a meltdown. Oh, I need something sweet in my mouth. In any case, do you see what I mean? The change. Oh, Carmen. Carmen, I just moved it because I used it this morning. I've been holding my potato masher in here so you could see I went out and brought a potato masher, but I just used it this morning to make avocado toast. I brought a potato masher. It works well with avocado toast. I haven't made potatoes yet, but it did good for the for the avocados. I felt there is more of an accountability to do the work. That's a good point. Do the work. Oh, good girl. Yes. Yes. Again, events bring spirits. And I know y'all are having a rain event in California, which is, I don't know about where you live, but it's unheard of in California to have rain events, nonstop rain. The last time I remember something like that happened was in 2005, right? From like December to February. I don't think you all had a single day without rain. And now it's back again, but it's really devastating because it's consistent and they don't have the infrastructure in California to handle too much rain. There's no drainage pipes. It's a nightmare. So be careful because flooding could ensue. Um, but it's not just the Sacramento and San Francisco. My sister lives in Los Angeles and they're like, it's raining for days. But you feel this, did you feel it the night of New Year's? Is I think what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, avocado toast. Well, I brought the avocado to make a sushi thing for New Year's. Um, it's really good concept sushi thing. I'll make it for you guys and I'll post it. I got it from someone on TikTok. I'm always getting something from TikTok. Um, all right, I need water. So stupid. All right, let me get some water, and I'm gonna put you guys on some some music. So I'm gonna mute you guys, but I can still talk to you. I think. I think I can still talk to you. Where's my music? Background music. Wait, let me put my face on. Put your face on. Oh, that's what I'm gonna say in the group from now on. Put your face on. That's what I'm gonna say in the group. Put that face on. And I like this music. Let's see something. Okay. Alrighty now. I'm back. I made some oregano water to take out any disease I may have caught when I went to Carnival. That's what you do when you think you've been exposed to something. Just drink oregano water. That's what you do. And drink it like 3-4 times a day. Oregano water is so good for you. My nails will not stay intact. What's that about? And it's not even like I can put on acrylic nails, because when I put on acrylic nails, it made it worse. Okay, I'm trying, but my nails won't do anything. Let me see what everybody's saying. Okay, yes, Yummy Toes. Hi, Janine. How are you, sweetie? Good morning. Are you getting my IG messages because you asked about what uh black IG pages I listen to? I watch. Are you getting them? Because I'm sending them all to you. Because I couldn't name them all, and then I figured they're going to show up anyway, right? Because I'm subscribed to them all. So every time something shows up, the I'm sending you the link, but I'm actually showing you the page. So look at the page, but I might be showing you a post. What do you remember, Fia? Okay. Drought. Okay. Yes. Okay. Something I did. What I did come. I might have missed something. In Canada, Ontario is rain not stop from December 31st to January. Very low mouth temperature degrees. Yes. Now, I heard through the grapevine that Canada is going to have some weird weather 100-year-old events coming through. I'm not trying to scare you. This is a fact. So check with your weatherman because they can see the oncoming of events. All right. Oh, you love oregano? Oh yeah, a little bit of oregano. Usually I put other things in it, but today I was just too tired. I just put the whole leaf in. If you want to make this a whole thing, right, I would definitely add a clove of garlic. And then I would sweeten it with honey, all very medicinal stuff to get you through the next COVID. By the way, guys, the next COVID is coming. It's here. Probably it's here. You'll feel it more in February. So get your immune system intact, especially your children. Start getting your kids used to drinking oregano tea. Just sweeten it well. That's all you got to do. Hmm. Good morning, mother of brats. Good morning, Nancy. Oh, what a pretty picture. You know what that picture looks like? Girl, you know what that picture looks like? Remember the doll? I don't know what your age bracket is, Nancy, but when I was growing up, there was a doll that you only had the head up, but it had a head full of hair, and it was there to, help you do hairstyles. I used to love that doll. I don't know why I didn't become a hairdresser because that was my jam, that doll. Hi Tracy and Chad. Hi Demetra. Oh, Fee, I remember you do remember the 2004 rains. Yes. LA flooded. LA flooded. And it lasted through mid-February, March. And then once it stopped, it was a complete drought after that for years. It was so weird. So maybe you guys are going to be headed for a drought. Janine, yes, I am. Thank you. I am. Thank you. I've been tired for the past week or so. I just started a part time job and I'm trying to get used to it. This is after being retired for a year. Anything new makes you tired. Just know that time takes care of all of that. So give yourself patience, kindness, and time. All right. But working part time just gets you around people. So I think that's a good thing. And are you taking your vitamins? Listen to me acting like a doctor. And Janine, are you taking your vitamins? I'm not a doctor. I only play a faux doctor on TV, YouTube. But I also ran out of milk for coffee this morning. So silly. And I went walking this morning because I went to get some honey to do. Oh, there's going to be a put the tea on segment. Did I tell you guys about put the tea on? So my new segment is going to be put the tea on, and it'll be anything magical, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. It's going to be anything magical. So if you see, put the tea on, watch it because they're not going to be very long, hopefully. Um, so give yourself grace, right? And be comfortable with being tired. It's acceptable when your system changes, right? So we were all talking yesterday on the feed. Hi, the real black swan. Hi, sweetie. Good morning, beautiful people. Why am I stuttering today? And happy New Year. We were talking yesterday on the Brian Kroberger uh, case. I got to do another video, guys, because I really want to find out why the dad went up to go get him. Like the dad, and then they drove back, and then I question. Drove back from Washington State to Pennsylvania. Does that not seem like a distance? I mean, maybe I'm the crazy one, but isn't that like 3,000 miles of driving, which should take about how long? Like 3 weeks? Oh, maybe. No. I'm so confused because the Kia was found in Pennsylvania with Brian. So did the dad go up and then drive Brian's car to Pennsylvania? Nothing is making sense. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. Got common. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a good point too. You know, the real black swan is like weird because older people don't like long drives. I don't know if I could do it in my Bruno age. I don't think I liked it in my un-Bruno age, you know, let alone in the Bruno age, right? But then that would mean the dad would have to fly up there, and then Carmen's like, sounds like an emergency drive. Yeah. Um. Oh, hold on. Yes, I'm taking my vitamins. My garlic honey. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. That's a put the tea on. What's happening here? Do you guys realize I have problems with my clothes? I wish we could just do this shit naked and I wouldn't be judged. No clothes. All right. My tinctures from Ori Naturals. Ori Naturals. Ori Naturals. Oh, did you get your tinctures from Ori Naturals? She is so good. Let me just take this since you brought it up. I'm working evening and day hours, but I asked my manager to give me consistent hours. They will start next week. That's the problem. They put you all over the place. Woo! That's the problem. He is also the age of that mental illness becomes evident and no longer manageable. Will try to hide it and or attempts to self-medicate. What? There's an age at 28 where mental illness can no longer be manageable? Is that a thing, Carmen? Really? Wow. I mean, I'm asking. I think that's what I heard you say. Oh, just put a little powder on my face. Oh, all right. Really? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Yeah, the car was in Pennsylvania. That's my point. So did the dad and the son drive from Washington State in the son's car to Pennsylvania? That's my point. No, what I'm saying is that in their 20s, mental illness can become obvious after attempts to deal with it with oneself. I don't understand. So, when you get to your 20s, you no longer can hide mental illness? Is that what we're saying? Look at Bren. Bren's like, whoa. I don't get it. But is that what you're saying? Ugh. So, in the video, we were talking about Brian Kroberger. Kronberger. They don't mention his name. Does anybody notice that? They always go the suspect in the Idaho killing, but I don't think they really mention his name, so I can't pronounce his name very well. Here in Mississippi, the weather's been weird. We finally have a full week of sunshine after Tuesday. Aww. Not really. Schizophrenia in females become noticeable in late 20s, but I haven't heard of it in the other cases of mental illness. Did my car say he was guilty? No, I don't think I asked that question. I asked what was in his mind or something like that. I forgot what I asked, but it was good. If you didn't see it, you gotta watch that one. Cove still, I like that you call it Cove. Cove still here in Mississippi, and water still not doing good in Jackson. It's been a mess. Oh my God, baby girl, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Cove is still around all over, first of all, people. And I like that you call it Cove. Um, oh yeah, yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. It was very salacious, and titillizing. Um, but what I got out of the other thing that I got out of the reading is this girl, Ashley Gilead, who, oh, I don't have my, oh, I do have it, who spent the whole time. Oh, by the way, after I mentioned her, she must have been watching me because I pulled her up in the middle of the feed. I pulled her up, right? I found her account and I pulled her up and I listened to something that she said, right? And then when I got off the feed, I listened to some more, right? Because I'm like, let me study this girl, right? The one thing I want to pick up on is, she kept accusing Jack, right? And I found that interesting because I think in one of my feeds, I said something about a Jack, right? So I'm wondering if she was looking at my feed and then picked up on Jack. But maybe she wasn't. I didn't do the Idaho murders until very, very late. But now she shut her account down because I went back because I was like in bed and I was like, okay, now I'm going to study the level of crazy. But um, she's got something wrong with her and she fixated somehow on the boyfriend Jack because there was another Jack in the group as well. And this professor at the college. And I just want to get to the point where, but I had to do other things yesterday for New Year. So I figured I put it down because I didn't think she was watching me. If I knew she was watching me, I would have stayed in her account and studied it more. But I had other things to do, like cook. I had to cook my New Year's food. By the way, it came out really, really good. Black eyed peas with no meat, no meat, no bacon, no pork, no smoked turkey, nothing. I just did use smoke, some smoke thing, which I didn't like actually because it turned black eyed peas darker than I like. I like, you know, beigey black eyed peas, but the smoke made it darker. But then it was for the flavor, so whatever. Um, that came out good without anything porkish, smokish, turkeyish added to it. You can cook if you can take something and leave out a whole ingredient that supposedly adds to the flavor, which it does. Which it does. I totally agree. Smoked whatever works, but it's too unhealthy to eat, especially in this town. They import too much of their foods for me to be eating meat now. It's just getting out of control. And then and I made conch soup. But I forgot okra, which really upset me. I love okra, by the way. I just love okra. But I put everything else in it. I made it a stew, conch stew. So I just put everything else in it. I put carrots, of course, green pepper, bell pepper, cloves of sliced garlic. I do love fresh garlic, but I added garlic powder. I added onion powder, thyme. I love thyme. Oregano. What else did I put in it? Of course, onions. Um, and you thicken the soup by using tomato paste. So, second. Oh, and mushrooms. I added mushrooms. I just like mushrooms. Mushrooms is a good filler. It's kind of like a good substitute for meat, right? But the conch is the meat. but I added mushrooms. I just like mushrooms. On Google Maps, Pennsylvania to Washington is 2,600 miles and 38 hours by car. And that's if you're going straight through. So I would say they could drive 8 to 10 hours a day. So if they tried for 10 hours a day, leaving at 5 in the morning, right, to try and outdo some traffic, because you could get about 4 hours in before you run into some traffic. 10, 20, 30, 40, they would have gotten home in 4 days. Easy. Especially if Brian drove, right? Because the youth has better stamina, right? Because Brian studied criminology in school, I felt like he did this just to see if he could get away with it. I didn't get a chance to see what you said, Tracy, but that's what it feels like. Yes. Yes. But I think it's deeper than that. I think he was bound to do this regardless. I think the study of was so he can see how he can do this. Oh, the criminal complaint is coming out tomorrow? Okay. I'm going to go back and watch your segment on it. 100. Did you watch it already, Janine? Because it was good, if I must say so myself. Pete Lilyfield, thank you for that. So they got home in about 4 days, which means they would have had to leave almost right away. Oh, they can't release the complaint until he goes before the judge. Got it. Okay. All right. Um, so this crazy, crazy girl, Ashley, let me point her out to you. Wait, let me make sure I can. No, I missed it, but definitely want to watch it to see what you think. Yeah. Yeah. Watch it, because, Bluetooth mode. Something else. It's so crazy this morning. Mm, 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 mm. I just want to have a good night. I just want to have a can't take it. Ah, oh my God. I wish you guys could see this one, but I'm just going to post it to the group and make sure they got it. Ah, I'm not tired, guys. I promise you. It just came on me all of a sudden. Okay. Let me go back to. Does she have an IG account? Let me check IG first. Maybe she didn't disconnect that if she has an IG account. Oh, and I got to do an announcement on 988. Let me just save this as a picture so I don't forget. her. No, it's not. All right. Let me go back to TikTok. Find my girl Ashley. She's Ashley. Oh, her name is Ashley in the Book of Life. But she blocked me, so. So these are some of her comments. Oh, wait.
Without extra context, in her plan that she had with the killer is not going to go through. It's not going to work out. I don't mean to stitch my own videos, but this is helping us to understand what's about to happen next. So in the stitch, the question was what Rebecca Schofield is going to do after she see my videos. So we just got out of the part where she said she'd be relieved that people aren't going to be taking me seriously. That's related to the 300 to 400 accounts I just had to block. It was like a smear campaign for them to make me look crazy so that the information I put out would be overlooked. So that part, I blocked them. So that part of the timeline is out. And the next part of the timeline is her and the killer, Jack the Four, coming together to see what they were going to do about it. What options do they have? When their next plan doesn't work, that's when they're going to realize they have run out of options. I feel like that's the part of the timeline we're on. The plan, what to do next, realizing run out of options, and then arrest. In her plan that she had with the killers.
So I just want to debunk that she is a psychic. Like the other people on TikTok that is stitching this is calling her a psychic, but she's not a psychic, guys. She's just speaking off the top of her head. She's not a medium. She's not a psychic. I don't know what her fixation is on this one random professor. Oh, and then, then she said that the professor was in love with Kaylee. It's all so weird. It's weird. So I just want to see, I know she's crazy, but I just want to see why she's so crazy. To tell you the truth, she's probably as crazy as Brian. She's going to kill somebody someday. If she keeps up with this type of, I know you're the one that did it, so I'm going to save the world, and I'm the one that's going to solve this problem, and I'm going to take you out. She's like Brian. It's that crazy that's like, it's actually comical. To be honest with you, it's kind of funny. So I actually was going to sit up in bed and watch her to have a good laugh before I went to bed. But then she blocked me. The bitch blocked me. I'm insulted, Ashley. I'm really insulted. Like, you came into my world and you have people thinking that you are this, that, and the third. And then you block me? You block me. Because her account was private. I mean, her account was open. And now it's private. I was going to enjoy her videos. Oh, man. The professor had to sue her. You know what she put in one other video? She goes, if I'm lying, why hasn't anybody sued me? The professor sued her. So, please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about crazy Ashley. Ashley is the Book of Life. Something like that. And she has another account that I thought was Ashley is God. Something like that.
To add extra context in my previous video, this creator right here is the creator who was getting sued by the Idaho professor for making TikToks about her and connecting her to the Idaho murders. As of this morning, there has been an arrest made for the Idaho murders, and it is not the person that she mentions in her videos. The last video she posted was 8 hours ago. I'm going to show it to you guys because I cannot believe she still won't stop, even after she is getting sued. It's light at the end of the tunnel because this is showing a pattern of behavior. So Rebecca's
She's so pretty.
They wanted to do something to harm
Any man that goes after her.
Right? So they contact my ex, so offers him money so that he can do something to betray me for money. Like I said, this lady uses her resources. Are y'all not seeing the pattern? When she wanted something bad, when she wanted to silence Kaylee, she wanted something bad to happen to her. She contacted her ex and offered him money so that he could sacrifice her for his financial gain and for his gain of his career. Are we not seeing a pattern of behavior here? It's like obvious at this point.
It's not
she
obvious.
She wants to silence me. She contacts my ex for money so that he can betray.
She is, she's very pretty, first of all. Oh, child, pretty can be crazy. She also claimed that the professor was in love with Kaylee, right? Then I found one on, damn it, I don't see it now, but I found, let me just turn this down. I found one on Takeoff, and she said, but her account, she said that maybe I should just follow her. You think she'll let me in? I just want to enjoy. No, maybe I shouldn't because she's crazy. It might rub off. She said that future. Who's Cardi's husband? Who's Cardi's husband? She said Cardi's husband was involved in Takeoff's thing. I know, Carmen. I thought about it. I thought about it. I'm like, no, I can't do that. Offset. She said Offset was responsible for Takeoff's murder. And I was like, girl, I wonder if I sent it to my group. That's how I save things, by sending it to my group anyway. Oh, look at this, so pretty. Let me see. No, I didn't send it. No, because it would have been late last night. Damn it. Should have sent it to my group. Or maybe this is it. Oh, this is one on Shanquella Robinson case. I don't know what she said about this shit.
It's not what caused her death. She was in pain.
Oh, listen to this.
She was injured.
Listen to this. This is on the Shanquella case. Listen to this.
This girl needs to be sued for false information. This is just sick falsifying a story for views.
Jackson, but the beating is not what caused her death. She was in pain. She was injured. She was very hurt, but the beating is not what caused her death. Her death was caused by a daily dose of prescription medicine given to her by Malik Dyer. Malik is actually the one who started the entire ordeal. He was rejected by Shanquella. She chose Khalil over Malik, and that irritated him. Since he knew Shanquella and Malik was hooking up, he decided to tell Dejanay Jackson, there they are, so that they could get caught hooking up. When Dejanay Jackson saw them hooking up, she just started fighting Shanquella, not because she was so mad they was hooking up, but because she was a bully. She liked to fight people, she liked to win, and she just wanted to fight her. This left Shanquella shocked, mentally impaired, and unable to care for herself. None of them called help, probably because they didn't want anyone to know what had happened to Shanquella. Shanquella was alive, though. She was surviving. Although she was badly injured, she was still surviving after the fight. In order to relieve her of the pain, that's when Malik Dyer decided to give her the prescription medicine, which he gave her 3 to 5 pills, which is way too much. So her ultimate death was caused by the prescription medicine that she was given. Long story short, it was Malik Dyer who murdered her accidentally.
Accidentally.
We can call it accident. He started the drama that caused her fight. He knew that the fight was going to come. He continued the drama. He instigated it. He did not call for help. None of them called for help. And then he gave her a prescription that caused her death.
All right. There's another one on Takeoff. I didn't send the group that one, but I did send them this one. Thank God I sent something else. Where she accuses, what's his name? Is it Future? Offset. She accuses Offset of, okay. This reminds me, in the early days of YouTube, there were people telling others which famous persons was in heaven or hell allergy. Oh, really? What does that mean? They were like, that's weird. There are people doing that? That's so weird. You know, most of those people that used to do that, or that were even psychics, they're not even on YouTube anymore. She's messy and reckless, yes. She doesn't say how she gets the information. That's why you can't call her a psychic. I don't know who labeled her a psychic, but you cannot label her a psychic. She's just talking. All her statements, she says probably, which is opinion, yes, and not fact. She's going to have a lawsuit on her hands by many people, yes. I don't think Cardi's going to go after her because Cardi knows crazy. Sometimes you just don't go after crazy. The professor has to go after her, though. I'm pretty sure the professor got death threats. Just want to take a look into her psyche. There's mental illness there. And it's been mental illness for quite some time. She has to be careful, actually. I want her to be careful. She's not okay, guys. She's certainly not okay. And she's self-sabotaging, but she doesn't know that she's self-sabotaging, but she is self-sabotaging. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that friend that says, never mind. This could be another form of crazy, right? In this deck. She does believe what she says, though. That's the interesting part. She absolutely does believe what she says. My Hopes and Fear is a weird card. So, to me, it looks like it started out for clickbait. That she had these thoughts in her head and then she ran with it. But I think in the beginning she knew they weren't true, but then decided, I'm just gonna say it. Like, who's gonna stop me? I'm just gonna say it. And then ultimately it morphed into crazy. I think she appeared normal for quite some time, to be honest with you guys. She's really gonna hurt herself. Damn, girl. And the cards are lined up, like the Five of Swords and the Ten of Swords are lined up. This is my number 10, and this is my number 6, and they're lined up. So she's really going to hurt herself in a moment. Let me see if I put another card here, which I never do, but I feel inspired to put another card here. Why would I put these back? Let's take it right off the top. The Hangman. In her case, the Fool energy is apropos for foolishness. That she is a fool, acting a fool. Mental illness also brings about foolish energy, by the way, guys. So it definitely could be mental illness as well. the mental illness can be described as a fool. I'm gonna just show you guys these cards. I'm so thirsty, guys. I got water right here, but I'm so thirsty. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys these cards. You can look along with me at her mental health photo library. Shit up and so if you look here, the very first card is the Ace of Swords. You see that sword sticking up? That's the very first card. So with the Ace of Swords, it's something is emerging. For her, is it good or is it bad? Either way, it does look like something is emerging. Whenever I get the Ace of Swords, oh, let me put my earpiece on. Silly me. Let me make sure you guys can hear me first. The Ace of Swords, it's my least favorite card. My least favorite. Because something extraordinary has to happen for something good to come through, right? So, with the Ace of Swords, it's kind of like losing your job and having financial issues only to get the job of your dreams, right? But in her case, let's see what the Ace of Swords mean. I'm actually checking the book, guys. Don't judge me. All right. Oh, it's the power of the intellect. Oh, that makes so much more sense. That's how she is not a psychic. She is just using her internet um, to affect power. It also brings a word of determination. It's the power of words. Um, it's radical change in her case. It's radical change. Um, it's about hitting the mark, right? Now, in her case, the Ace of Swords is is used in a way where she's using the Ace of Swords as if her logic matters, her power of words matters. That she absolutely did have great force at her disposal by use of the power of words. What I do like about the Ace of Swords is that sometimes this card indicates recourse to the law for the resolution of conflicts. And that's exactly, as we know, what is happening, that she is now being sued, right? By this professor who she has accused in multiple um, posts. The card crossing it is the Nine of Wands. And in the Nine of Wands, you are up for battle, which she also claimed. She's like, they're trying to take me down, but I'm not going to let them take me down, blah, 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 blah. It's a defensive attitude, right? But she has the wherewithal to stick it through. If she winds up in court, she is going to stand on what she has to say. She will not apologize. She will not change her word. So I would love to see this move forward. But I mean, I would love to see it visually. So I hope the professor moves this case in a way where we all can watch it go down on TikTok. Since it began on TikTok, it needs to finish on TikTok. I'm getting the Eight of Wands, which means, for me, in this card, it means that mentally she's beginning to spiral out of control. her communications are going to get more and more jumbled. And that's it. The card in the past is the death card. And so with the death card, it's always about change with the death card, right? You know, an old and a new, right? It's about major, major transformation. Oh, by the way, guess what I saw today? We have these yellow butterflies here. They're so cute. And I saw a yellow butterfly by itself. Usually butterfly runs in like pairs or more by itself, rather big butterfly. And I saw a bird swoop down and put it in its mouth. And I was appalled. I was like, all right. I just say that because major transformation. It's necessary and profound change. In her case, it's a past position. So the change has already begun. Hold on a second. People. 9 p.m. Be specific. It's a death of the old self, whatever the old self is. But I feel like for her, it's worse. It's worse, right? Because the death card is in the number 4 position. So the Ace of Wands, I never get to show you guys this, but if you learn tarot with me, by the way, tarot class is coming back in February. Excuse me. Ace of Wands is number 1. 9 of Wands. Ace of Swords is number 1. 9 of Wands is number 2. Number 3 is what you're standing on. So she's standing on extreme mental health that has been compromised, right? Based upon this card, I'm going by the card. So if you look at the brain, her brain is choppy, is the way I'm getting it, right? Number 4 is the death card. So what's being described here has already started, like change of status, transition, right? Major transformation, necessary and profound change. It's already begun, right? I want her to be careful because I could definitely see where her finances could get compromised or a lien against her could happen. I get the Fool card, which is the number 5 position. I love showing you guys everything here. And the number 5 position is, it's more of her crazy. And notice it's opposite, complete. This is the way I look at the deck. Complete opposite of the 8 of Wands, which shows her mental health being compromised. And the Fool is at the top of that, number 5. And so for the way I'm getting it, it's the beginning of a new journey, which is what the Death card represents. Not in a good way, though, because the Death card winds up in the past, right? There's something here about leaving her old self behind because something new will emerge. That's not a good thing, though. And why is that not a good thing? Because if you look at the, which I didn't get there yet, but if you look at the cards next to the number 5 position, which is a critical position, number 5 is what's crowning you, right? It's above your head, right? Ironically, what her base is is her head. Do you see how it can connect sometimes? But what's next to it, which I'm moving too fast now, is the number 10 and the number 9. And these are swords cards. And the number 10 represents her constantly doing what she's doing to the point where it's such a detriment to herself. Now, the 6 card is the 5 of Swords. Now, in this card, there's some reference to, I don't know what it is, the eye of the needle or putting a needle in your eye, but I don't know what that reference means, but that's the meaning in the card there. But I still don't know what the reference is, but I know the traditional meaning of the 5 of Swords is conflict, all right? Conflict. Usually this conflict comes in the form of mental conflict, right? And the inability to think clearly. to the point where could you damage yourself, right? It means empty victory, right? Like her post is her thinking she's winning, but at what cost, right? It's all crazy. Now, let me see. 1, 5. That's number 6. That's number 6. Number 7 again is I think that's the 4 of Cups. So I feel like the 4 of Cups. I feel like she's that person peeking through, right? Thinking that she has these metaphysical powers and she could see anything. But what is she really looking at, right? What is she looking at? Because the 4 of Cups has some options here, right? It's wishful thinking is the 4 of Cups, right? It's discontent, it's boredom, it's being dissatisfied with self, right? It's nobody understands me. Like it's a poor me, but not in a way where you're asking for pity. In her case, she's angry. So she's like, well, nobody understands me, and I understand everything that's going on, so I'm just going to say whatever it is I'm going on. Or what is her brain telling her? Very similar, Carmen. Thank you for that. Now, the Empress card, this is very odd with the Empress card, because the Empress card is a card of fulfillment and happiness and satisfaction. But what is it surrounded by? Right next to it are 2 swords, the 5 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and Death. Right underneath it is this card of boredom and discontent, and nobody understands me, right? Now, if we go above it, I forget what that card is. I think that's the 7 of Swords. I will show you, right? That's the way she literally kind of said that, Carmen. I'll show you. You know, you're even in love with Katie. Like it just kept getting worse and worse, right? So I think that's the 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords is doing the unexpected. So she can't be trusted, right? And I definitely think this professor should fear for her life. I'm sorry, with this Ashley girl, right? Because it's doing the unexpected. It's like, I'll show her. I'll show up at her college classroom, and I'll just stand there and look at her like that eye peering through the stars, right? I know what I'll do. I'll just challenge her and I'll show up to the school. She's actually crazy enough to do that. Now, she thinks her brain is better than everybody else, right? But at the same time, she's so mad that people don't believe in her, right? The final outcome is the number 10, which is called the 10 of Swords. And there's a deck that I use. We were talking about this in group the other day. I just don't feel like looking for it, else I would show you. I'm just too tired to look for it. The 10 of Swords literally means an irrevocable ending, right? And it's ruin, failure. It's a forced change, right? Which is very similar to death. Death is major transformation. I didn't say it was good. I said it was major transformation, like the bird grabbing the butterfly, right? We know the butterfly already went through a transformation, and yet the bird was caught by the butterfly and eaten. That's another transformation. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Let me find the deck. So, because it kind of makes sense, this deck, because we were talking about it in class. Here it is. It's the, oh man, the cards aren't here. Please be here. Shit. Shit. Where are the cards? Aww. All right. That's weird. Nope, that's my fault. I was going to show you guys the card, but I actually don't have them with me. Nope. Aw. Well, if I find it for tomorrow morning, I use them. That's where you have to put things back. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. In any case, she is at her own permanent stalemate. She will not take back her words. She's going to stick to whatever this obsession is. And you know, it's a medical condition. It's almost like stalking, guys, right? Where there's no rhyme or reason why someone stalks you, but they stalk you anyway. Weirdo. What a weirdo. All right, I'm back. Let me just get rid of this stuff. Done. Okay, I'm back. Could putting a needle in your eye mean self-sabotage? Absolutely. This card, the Five of Swords, is the card of self-sabotage. Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the key words in the book. Keywords in the book is self-sabotage. Guys, I'm so thirsty. It's one-upmanship. It's negative energy. It's gloating. All the things that she's doing. It's malicious gossip. Malicious. It's mean. Muddled opinions. It's my opinion, but it's like there's a difference between this is my opinions and there's another difference between what the hell are you talking about? That type of thing. What the hell? And without a doubt, this card represents self-sabotage. Malicious gossip, manipulation, selfishness is a key word in the Five of Swords. Selfishness. One of the key words is sabotage. But in the way I look at it, I always see it as self-sabotage. So it is what it is. But she believes in herself, which is interesting. Hi, Stephen. Hi, sweets, Carmile. First person she found in her search? Probably. She threw a tarot card that said history, another that said teacher. She then Googled University of Idaho history teacher, and she picked the poor person because she was. Well, are you saying that's what she does, or is that in your opinion? Because we have to be careful. Listen, she may have changed the trajectory of tarot readers in YouTube. She may have single-handedly ruined everything for everybody, to be honest with you. I think the bloggers was already starting to do that with the Shanquella case. I'm shocked at how badly they have betrayed the Shanquella case. And now she may have single-handedly just ruined it for psychics. Except for me. I think I've tried to be very consistent. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's what they said on Reddit. Oh, yeah. I don't think that's what happened. She doesn't pull a single tarot card, Carmen. That's not what happened. The people on TikTok are all saying that she is a psychic. And the impression that you get with psychic is that they pull cards. So that's their impression of her. So they're being as bad with her as she is being with the professor. The bottom line is she never pulls cards. She doesn't, there's nothing, it's nothing. The brain is not operating well. So I think we have to kind of say that there's mental illness here. But I think this is a diagnosable type of illness, by the way, because everything she's doing since then feels like she should be diagnosed with something. Right, she did. Yeah, sad. Yeah. Okay, we should end this. There's no CNN today, so I really came on to talk about your New Year's, and then Crazy Ashley. So I hope you guys have a great New Year. I got a hit the other day, so I might come back now. I will come back and talk about it later. So I got a hit on something that I want to discuss with you guys. So it'll be on Jesus. So come back with me later. But first, dashikis and bonnets. And then we shall move on. All right, guys. We shall move on to other things. I'll be back later. All right. But for anyone, I am open today. I know y'all got second New Year's, but I don't, because I don't need it. So I think my mornings are booked, but I have early afternoon and evenings available. So if you want a reading, 213-458-7408. Everything in this post is in my opinion. Musings, did you like it today? Oh my God, I never know. Sometimes I do these morning shows and I'm like, oh, whatever. And she has affected psychics on YouTube negatively. Yeah. You know, one person can take a system down. You do realize that. One person can take a system down. So maybe it's our Uranus and Taurus. I didn't think the psychic worlds could get affected, but when I saw the YouTubers going crazy with the Shankara case, I mean, it was mortifying. Like every time I turned on YouTube, there was somebody new popping up that was getting 55,000 views. It was just bullshit. And some of the YouTubers have not backed down on how they're presenting their cases to the media. And that's a little disturbing. That's a little disturbing because it's a little disturbing because we're talking about death. And we're talking about someone who left parents behind. And we're talking about their ancestors, people. Like, was she really supposed to be over there? And so it just sounds like to me that y'all are messing with her and her ancestors. And I can't imagine that she's not upset right now. Right? She's not with her mama. And y'all want clickbait and showing pictures that prove nothing. And allowing some guy to act like he's a part of the whole case when allowing some investigator act like he's helping the police because he thinks, as Americans, we're stupid. No, the YouTuber is stupid, not Americans. So there are some YouTubers that are not backing down. They just might be a little bit more careful, but not so careful that they're not displaying pictures, which I think you shouldn't be doing, but I'm not trying to judge these people because I don't want to invest in karma like that. I don't want that karma like that. So, I don't know. I'm talking out of sides of my face. I don't know. Yeah, they're just looking to increase their followers. And at some point, YouTube might get called up on the wire with the government, right? YouTube does everything they can to do what they can, but at some point, somebody's going to this is bound to happen. Somebody's going to make a crazy mistake, and YouTube is going to get fined. And then everything might change. And I just, I don't know. I don't know. I've been at this game since 2011, and it's evolved, but on the white side, it hasn't evolved well, right? Because they're just doing crazy things, but they have since quieted down and stopped fighting each other. But on the black side, it really has revved up, and I don't know. It's going to get out of hand, I think. I don't know. Hi, Realness with Mr. Rowe. Happy New Year's. So we'll see. I mean, if Uranus is in the psychic world, well, then Uranus is going to do what Uranus has to do. Uranus goes into every industry that's corrupt. So it is what it is. All right, guys, I love you. And that's it. There's no more to add to that. Call me for your own. If you're watching right now, like the video, subscribe. IG, if you're on IG, follow 213-458-7408. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye. Right. For some people, the viewers matter than integrity. That's disgusting. So sad.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.